Hello traders, welcome to the rabbit hole, and let's dive right in with a quick update. Well, nothing has really changed, but that's not surprising given that Saturday typically has a tight average range. If price doesn't push for a breakout, it usually stays within the day's average range, which is exactly what we're seeing today. Let's take a look at the data for the weekend. Historically, Sunday has a higher chance of closing positive, with a 57.5% probability, averaging a gain of 1.48%. On the other hand, when Sunday closes negatively, which happens 42.5% of the time, the average loss is 1.59%. Now, if we look at where these average moves would take us, assuming no breakout, the average gain would bring Bitcoin near Monday's high. At that level, we might see a potential swing failure pattern. If Bitcoin closes there and pulls back into the new week, followed by a break above this level, the likelihood of a retest of higher levels increases. And, of course, we'll adjust our plan as new data comes in. Now, let's consider the potential downside. If Bitcoin follows the average loss move, it would take us toward Monday's low, which coincides with an old daily breaker and a fresh 12-hour breaker. Just below that, we have a 12-hour order block, another important area to watch. So, what's the plan? Well, it hasn't changed much. I'm still looking for a pullback to get involved in a trade or to add to my position. A shallow retrace, perhaps taking out the local lows, would be the ideal scenario. Structurally speaking, there doesn't seem to be a solid stopping point until we approach the 60K level, so we either see a shallow pullback or a deeper move that targets stops lower down. If we go lower, it could create a max pain scenario with a step-by-step move down, fueling a later move to the upside by generating liquidity from stop losses. If price does dip into the 12-hour order block, I'll be paying close attention to how it reacts. The key question will be, does it make a quick wick and reclaim those levels, or does it chop downward? Let's briefly touch on short opportunities. There might be a local break that offers a short setup, but this is not an area I'm particularly keen on getting involved in right now. For me, the only viable short setup would be if Bitcoin takes out the recent highs and then gives a bearish structure break on the 1-hour or 4-hour time frames. This strategy would be most effective if Bitcoin loses the monthly open, at which point we could target the lower levels, including the 12-hour order block. The invalidation for the short would be above the highs, and for the long, the invalidation remains at Thursday's low. Why do we talk about invalidation so much? Invalidation is a critical concept in trading because it defines where your trade idea is no longer valid. Knowing when you're wrong is just as important as knowing when you're right. By setting clear invalidation points, you protect yourself from large losses and allow your trading plan to remain structured and disciplined. Final thoughts: remember, the key to successful trading isn't just about catching every move. It's about having a clear plan, managing your risk, and being patient. Sometimes the best trade is the one you don't take, especially when the market isn't giving you clear signals. Always have a strategy for both bullish and bearish outcomes, and never over-leverage yourself. Protect your capital. Preservation is as important as growth. That's it for this quick update. I hope it was informative, even though not much has changed in terms of price action. Sometimes, updates are necessary just to keep you grounded and to remind you that patience is an essential part of trading. You're not alone in waiting for the next significant move, and being patient is key. As always, this is not financial advice. Please read the disclaimer in the video description below. Stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.